categories.
Chicago as Clark gets inside.
Is on the right side of the floor, driving to the
Against the sky this year.
There's a turnover that leads to an easy bucket. What Indiana has done. Christy Sides told them to transition all the time.
Here's Wallace from Boston going inside against Edwards.
Job of getting 2 feet in the paint.
Ladon taking the 2024
backboard.
Here is Ariel Atkins.
6 to 8 points every night out because
in their win on Friday over Chicago. Samuelson shot clock down to 7. Mitchell good.
Playing drop coverage there and
2 wins as Smith goes right up. There's an extra pass. Here is Edwards.
Side.
Edwards has been so. Here's Smith back on the attack draw. Kind of what you imagine from this fever.
What's going to take all 5 stars? Indiana had 5 players in double figures.
She's been in double figures in 6 of her. Building in transition. It's Clark. Points for Boston here is on Mitchell. Drops it for Dolson. An offensive foul for Indiana as Clark whips it inside. With an early 3 assists is rotation here by Indiana. Van Loo. Clark kick out Wallace.
And then making a read.
Mitchell on the blow by gets to the.
Remember, she missed.
Packers.com. 2 from the line. Here's Atkins on the other. Now 2. Clark step back. Atkins right down the middle.
You mentioned it. One is one of the best perimeter defenders in the.
Lexi Holes provided a nice spark for Indy. Off the pass from Clark. Mitchell
with her acceleration.
4 of Indy. Clark on the hesitation. Backdoor pass. And it's Carl.
And Washington made her pay.
Smith spinning inside over high.
Strength in that matchup with Lexi Hull, but Tebow today. He's really without 2 starters. And
with the offensive rebound and the wrap. Gets inside, kick out. Atkins on the drive, gets inside. Trying to do something similar, but Washington show. Hole corner 3. Lid on the rim from distance. So just trying to force the pace, pull up through.
Then the bucket.
Here for a rolling Dolson who spins it. Samuelson off bounce. Time.
Right. Deguma who played in this franchise. Erica played.
Here is Katie Lou. There you go. First minutes gets inside. Lost the hand. Field house as Walker Kimbrough.
Wet on and knocks down a triple.
Wheeler pulls up. Edwards left wide open. She to Boston inside as Boston turns.
Rebound there, but she was a really good cutter. Eric Tebow loves her game.
Wheeler wide open and back for Carly Samuelson. A deep
to do well. Be okay with me if we both had.
As Hole gets inside and bounce pass Hines Allen. She's got strength.
The rhythm of the team is getting better.
Walker Kimbrough gets inside off Tebow as Wheeler turns on the Jets.
Wheeler who's out of bounds.
See why there as Wheeler makes some progress here. Smith backing in, tough look. And 2 shots here for Alyssa Smith. Has 6. Mitchell has 6. A strong performance on Sunday as Atkins. Clark on the drive, left it. Clark will Smith and draws another foul.
During that, but if but the WNBA
around the area. As of late as Walker Kim.
I liked it around, but
extra pass Samuelson corner 3.
Who taught him how to shoot? She said our dad.
Austin turns the corner, gets by Van Loo. Teams in the WNBA hopes this is a Clark way downtown. No, the steal and a bucket.
And she is part of the reason why they're up 5.
Smith gets free underneath. Atkins way out. Steps back and buries. Samuelson backdoor again. Back on the attack, gets inside. Mitchell has matched their largest lead. And game action.
This is a 2
defensive rebound. And Van Loo.
Valuable she is to what.
Back inside for Boston. Washington with 0 long starts. She's now got
her. He said Belgium. We've been watching.
Wallace sticks with her. Edwards comes down with this one. This would be a really impactful one to get. Van Loo sidesteps Clark. Edwards, that's a deep 2 side to Smith. She will launch. Has a major size advantage on Clark. Smith will try it again. Same spots. Atkins on the drive. Wallace stays with here tonight. Boston battling inside. 3
balls by Coach Sides out of the gate.
Holding it. And assists per game. I don't want to answer this question, so and Wallace takes bouncing for Boston, draws the foul.
6'5" skill.
Dolson left open again and hit this year. Mitchell catch and shoot. Answer. Been a homestand about getting Boston and Mitchell. Edwards a 65% free throw on assists over 6 seasons. Good hand by Van Loo. She'll loft it up. And Wallace, who's left alone. Wallace off to the races. Ahead for Wallace. And Clark, I think, officially
6 rebounds and 3 assists.
with the step back deep 2. Money answered back every time. Dolson did a big
Triples. Good ATO by Eric.
on the drive. Gets inside. Muscles her way.
Of Dolson away and allow.
You kind of see that look right there on her midway through the 3rd quarter. Dolson battling there with Wallace and picked up their 5th. July 6th.
Seems like it's a
Temifag Benley back sooner. Samuels.
minus their injuries, right? They just hang.
As you get into the back half of the year, Fever as the entire WNBA. First time since Mitchell knocks it away, but right into the hands of here tonight. 4 points. For Kimbrough to the line for 2. Miss Mitchell and more online. FeverTeamStore.com. Mitchell a little too deep and Atkins. In the 3rd quarter.
We talked about them getting to the free throw line.
10 more free throws on the night. And Hines Allen a straightaway 3. When Clark brings the ball up the tag, sets up Boston. Of the 28 minutes so far.
The same side of the floor.
High game and a 7-point Indiana. There's Boston teeing up a 3. Atkins the other.
Well, and that possession.
Injured and 2 are on the bench right now. The foul. Well, Washington had advantage of it. That's free. Both teams are in. Kimbrough creates some space, leaves it. Is wide open to the races. Melvin beats everybody.
Himself back in it.
It's inside and Inksler lays Clark. She will launch. Foul trouble. Boston the fake. Boston the week as Dolson on the other end. And off Mitchell pulls up from the foul line. Atkins hangs off balance.
And screening action. And Ariel Atkins with those 12.
Sets up Samuelson wide open. Missler in transition. Banked. Missler was threatening to go up.
Early because they were so physical.
Oh, it was an Indiana knocked it away. The attack gets inside and lays it in. 2. Good fight.
You have to execute every opportunities right here.
Wheeler off attack, just bullies her way inside. It's Wheeler in the starters. Clark launches, hits a throw. Indiana, it's a 7-0. Van Loo from way outside. Sees the double, bounces it into Boston. And on the...
She is having a...
Mitchell, catch and shoot. Hits a
3-point line.
Dolson, that... Finds some space, and Wheeler connects. Has gone up double digits. Atkins draw here by Ariel Atkins.
A lane for Atkins.
Here's Ensler driving on Boston, which has been improving. Indiana's been Washington. They've held on for. That's a
Shots here.
on the drive, gets inside. Difficult shot. Dolson wide open, and Indiana in their 2 games. 9 for feet. Wheeler's open. Mitchell on the attack and the shot. Around the rim early in the season, and now Ensler back on the attack, using the reverse plays. And here is Van Loo with a point lead here for Indiana. Boston hits. Now she'll launch, and it's 16, 12, and 6.
She had just tied Breanna Stewart as a...
Caught Tarasi. Atkins launches. The Indiana Fever have 5 straight on the road coming up after this one. This would be a really impactful one to get. Ended in this position. Van Loo sidesteps Clark.
Nice slip by Dolson.
Edwards, that's a deep 2. Boston kick outside to Smith. She will launch, and Anderson back for Dolson, has a major size advantage on Clark. Smith will try it again, same spots. Here's Atkins on the drive. Wallace stays with her.
They're so good using the glass.
Missed just 4 shots here tonight. Boston battling inside.
Cadence that they're playing with.
3 balls
That were probably ill-advised by Coach Sides out of the gate.
for just getting that ball up there, not holding it. And Atkins, all-time leader for assists per game. No. I don't want to answer this question. So Amphik brings 4 bodies with her. And Wallace draws. Here's Clark going through the legs, bouncing for Boston, draws the foul.
6'5", skill.
And when Boston is playing like this, Dolson left open again and hits 8 of 10 from the three-point line this year. Mitchell, catch and shoot, answer. This has been a homestand about getting Boston and Mitchell. Edwards, a 65% free throw game, and it's Erica Wheeler, 4.1 assists over 6 seasons. Clark goes behind the back, that time it's stolen away. Good hands by Van Loo, she'll loft it up. And sticks with her. Out to Wallace, who's left alone. Wallace, so there Van Loo thought she was fouled. Here's Clark off to the races, ahead for Wallace.
That's her first basket.
Caitlin Clark, I think officially.
She had 6 rebounds and 3 assists.
Got 9, 8, and 5 right now, Clark. With the step back deep two, money times. A 7-point lead. Washington's answered back every time. Dolson did a big
paint. She's been able to knock down triples. Good ATO by Eric.
Wallace on the drive, gets inside, muscles her way.
Boston takes the help of Dolson away and allowed.
Made an impact in other areas, but her shot, you kind of see that look right there on her face. Still 55% midway through the third quarter. Atkins step back three is short. Dolson battling there with Wallace. And Washington just picked up their 5th. July, that's the next Fever home game, yeah. July 6th.
Seems like it's a one.
Group will really be tested. Hopefully get Temifag Benley back sooner rather.
At Vegas, coming up next.
Samuel Sarah.
I think it's the story of their season, minus their injuries, right? They just hang.
On the road. So as you get into the back half of the year, so the Fever, as the entire WNBA playoffs. Time since leaves that one short. Mitchell knocks it away, but right into the hands of 24. Just 1 of 6 here tonight, 4 points. So Shatori Walker Kimbrough to the line for 2. Misser. Shop tonight's exclusive game night special and more online. FeverTeamStore.com. 1 of 2. Mitchell a little too deep, and Atkins lived here at the line in the third quarter.
Well, we talked about them getting to the free throw line.
Fever have taken 10 more free throws on the night, and all the effort has been there. Hines Allen a straightaway 3. Just feel the anticipation building when Clark brings the ball up. Mitchell got it back through some contact, sets up Boston. She's played 26 of the 28 minutes so far.
Icing ball screens, trying to keep the ball on the same side of the floor.
Game has been somewhere between a tie game and a 7-point Indiana has had. There's Boston teeing up a 3.
You see it in the first.
Atkins, the other.
Through it. Everybody does their job well in that possession.
Washington has 3 centers. 1 is injured and 2 are on the bench right now. Here tonight. Working her way into a double team and draws the foul. Well, Washington and Indiana's done a really nice job of taking advantage of it.
Position happening either way.
That's free. Both teams are in. Walker Kimbrough creates some space, leaves it. In from the top of the key, Boston finds Mitchell, who is wide open. Over on that first possession. Here's Melvin out to the races. Melvin beats everybody back.
That's how Washington quickly gets themselves back in it.
Back for Anxler. It's inside, and Anxler lays it. Mitchell, hand off Clark. She will launch. Side for Boston, working on Dolson, who's in some foul trouble. Boston the fake. Boston the.
When she catches it that deep.
She's Eastern Conference Player of the Week as Dolson on the other end. Mitchell pulls up from the foul line.
Opportunity for Washington.
Atkins hangs off balance.
In the post, rebounding and screening action.
Out of the rim. 5.
Ariel Atkins with those 20. An eye on her.
Clark back for Wheeler, sets up Samuelson wide open. Missed. Anxler in transition. Banks
work as a team too.
Anxler hit to open up the fourth quarter. Indiana was threatening to go up.
Say foul trouble will put Indiana in the bonus early because they were so physical.
Oh, Samuelson maybe one too many passes, and Indiana knocked it away. Wheeler cross court. Mitchell's open. Mitchell on the attack, gets inside and lays it in. Foley, Christy Wallace,
Yeah.
Jade Melvin too. This is appropriately from Melvin. Good find.
You can't afford any game slippage. You have to execute every D. Many games come down to these opportunities right here.
Wheeler off. There's Atkins on the attack, just bullies her way inside. It's Wheeler in the starters. Wheeler, Clark launches, hits a throw. What a response here for Indiana. It's a 7-0 run. Shot clock down to 5, and Lou from way outside. He's waiting for Boston. She's got it. Sees the double, bounces it into Boston. And on the
This moment right here. She is having a pit.
Mitchell, catch and shoot. Hits
4 for 5 outside the three-point line.
Dolson, that
Good hustle by Dolson.
+2. Corner for Wheeler. Shot fake, finds some space, and Wheeler connects. Just knocking at the door. Indiana's gone up double digits. Atkins draws a die. What a performance here by Ariel Atkins.
By Mitchell and a lane for Atkins.
Here's Ensler driving on Boston. Despite the 5-10 record, which has been improving, Indiana's been scenarios. They held on to win against Washington. They've held on for.
You have the right people taking shots here.
Wheeler with the shot clock down to 5. Wheeler on the drive, gets inside. Difficult. It's been really good. 4 assists as well. Dolson wide open and 9 threes against Indiana in their 2 games. 9 for 8. Ensler in the air. Boston extra feed. Wheeler's open. Close out the 3-game homestand. Mitchell on the attack and the shot. Those shots were not falling for her around the rim early in the season, and now lead back to 8. Ensler back on the attack, using the reverse offensive rebound. She's made a lot of hustle plays. And here is Van Loo with under 50 seconds to play. A 5-point lead here for Indiana.
I think they were trying to foul Wheeler.
Boston hits. Van Loo thought about the 3. Now she'll launch. And a double is coming. Not tonight, but 16, 12, and 6.
Well, she had just tied Breanna Stewart as a
5 game that she had on Sunday. Caught Tarasi halfway through the season here. Atkins launches August of 2015. The Indiana Fever have